seeing parents really catching on to those ebooks. Barnes & Noble offers Nook Kids apps and Nook Kids books specifically aimed for children. And also the Nook itself has great technologies for live voice reading of books featuring Liam Neeson and others. It's really fun. Yeah, so that is progressing quite well. And again, it's catching up. It's not there yet where everything, of course, not everything is available in ebook at the moment, but it's catching up, and that's something that as libraries we are highly invested in making sure that we have that access for children as well. Yes?
As librarians, then, you have to keep up with understanding the IT stuff behind it, right? How do you keep up with that, like knowing what an Android is and how it connects to this and how that
Absolutely. And it's moving so fast. We share at every training session. You can't know everything about this. We treat it as a reference inquiry. Similar to, I need to change my oil in my car. Well, what year, year, make, and model do you own? We treat it as like a reference inquiry. And we can help and share with customers who come in with inquiries and share reference resources, such as online going to manufacturers' websites to help guide them. And again, where's the power button? We don't know all the time. This device just came out. We can go to the manufacturer's website. They're trying to sell the stuff. So they provide actually very good guides to the devices. And that's an excellent question. But also trying to prevent, we're making content that is specifically written by our librarians and approved by our Columbus Metropolitan Library to share with customers and say, here's how to get started. And that's available right from columbuslibrary.org. Yes?
You didn't speak to the non-color Nook at all, and the differences between them and the access to content.
Yeah, absolutely. These are the big players. There is, and that's a great question. Thanks for asking. There is an e-ink Nook. Barnes & Noble does market that. It's a very popular product as well. We don't have that necessarily on display in our libraries. It is a very popular device, and the wonderful thing is, which we love to know about, transferring materials is the same as the color with library ebooks, which is wonderful. Now that again, black and white doesn't handle color, but it does do a wonderful job, and it's a pretty cool device. And,
so you can directly access the content?
Not directly. Again, the only devices that can directly download to the devices are the iPad, iPod Touch, iPhone, Android devices, full Android devices, and computers. Unfortunately, again, they're called dedicated e-readers. You have to download to a computer, then transfer. And again, Jennifer is going to be talking about that in a moment. Any other questions? Did I answer your questions, sir? Okay.
Great, thank you.
Well, wonderful. And again, we'll have another question session at the end of our examples here, and if you have any questions, let us know. I'd like to get Jennifer. All right. Everyone, please welcome Jennifer Bush.
You got it. I need a stool back here.
Oh, that's me.
Okay, while he's pulling that up, I'm going to just ask a couple quick questions. First of all, I just want to let you know that I'm really excited to see this many people here tonight. We've been having presentations with Co-asist for a long time and trying to get the word out, and this time we feel like we really got the word out because look how many people are here. So did anybody see this event on the Tech Life Columbus meetup site? Anybody? Great. That was a new partnership that we made. And did anybody find it from the Co-asist Facebook page? Anybody? That's what I thought. Because nobody's looking at the Co-asist Facebook page, but as part of the social media team for Co-asist, I would like to say that we've given you a little handout that talks about our Co-asist page. I hope everybody will take a chance to go on there and like it. Stay tuned for events. We share things that we're learning. You know, we probably would have done something like made an announcement on that page today that the new iPad came out. You know, we're sharing technology that we learn about on that page, so be sure to go and like it and suggest it to your friends so that the next time we can, you know, make the room all the way to the back. Okay. Well, I'm going to be talking about finding digital content. Which thing do I click here to make this thing go for?
The right button.
The right one? This one. Okay. And I stole all of this information directly from Robin Nesbitt. She did a little video for our blog at the library, and she talked about how digital content is not really new. We're talking about it a lot more, but it's not really new. When you read a file on your computer, that was a digital file. That was digital content. The availability and the affordability of these e-readers is what's really made this a hot topic, like George talked about. It's really brought it to the forefront. And she talked about a book by Malcolm Gladwell that's called The Tipping Point, which is basically, it's all kind of coming to a head now. And so because it's affordable, it's available, and people are learning about it, it's finally become something that's spreading like wildfire. So it's part of this kind of idea of this is finally the time to really be interested in ebooks. So when you talk about using e-readers, the thing is it's kind of like a puzzle, and you have to have all the pieces to get it to work. You have to have the particular device you're using, then you have to know what formats of content that device can handle, and then you have to know what software you need to make it read that format and get it to the device. Like George talked about, there are certain devices where you can get an app, and the software is actually part of the app, and so you can download wirelessly. But anything that is not an app, you have to have a computer with it, and that would be your Nook, your Sony Reader, your Kobo. All those kind of devices have to have a computer where you actually put the software on the computer, because those devices don't have a full brain, like he said, and then you have to transfer it through you have to plug it in, you have to be connected for those, and actually transfer from your computer onto your device. So it's a big puzzle. So there's Overdrive, and they've been around for a really long time. And they're one of the leading full-service digital content providers. And we partner with them in order to provide digital content as Columbus Metropolitan Library. You can access Overdrive digital content by downloading their app, such as for the iPad, the iPhone, and the Android. Or you can access it by going to your library's website. There are hundreds of libraries in Ohio that use Overdrive for their digital content. Has anybody been on a site other than Columbus Metropolitan Libraries to get digital content from a different library? Anybody? A few people? We're in a consortium, so there's about 14 of us, is that right? There's about 14 of us that belong to a consortium that's called Digital Downloads, and that's how we provide content through Columbus Metropolitan Library, but you don't necessarily have to get it from us. You want to, come find out what we have, but you can get it from your own library website, very likely. So if you do want to find what we have as Columbus Metropolitan Library in our digital collection, the wonderful people at Technical Services, like Robin, made sure that it was cataloged, just like regular books. And you can go into our catalog on our homepage and search for that digital content. And the way that you can limit to just those materials is to go to an advanced search in the catalog, use ebook as your call number, and do a format qualifier as downloadable. And when you search that, it's going to bring up only ebooks in the catalog. There's a couple other options. You can not put ebook in there and get your audiobooks and some other digital formats, but if you specifically want an ebook, you want to go ahead and put that in the call number box. You can also go directly to the Digital Downloads website to search the same collection. It's just a different access point. And here, this is through our homepage. You can click on Digital Downloads in the middle of the front page, and you'll get to their homepage. An advanced search again. An advanced search is the best way that you can limit your search to just certain content. So one of the formats you might want to try looking for is the Adobe EPUB ebook by using the drop-down in format. And then something that's happening quite a bit now is people go into our digital collection and they start searching, and all they see is a message that says place on hold, place on hold, place on hold. And they might say, a lot of people have said, it's a digital book. How is it possible that I have to place a hold on it? You know, it's not like this book that I go to your library and check out, and in a lot of ways it is, because each digital book